You should always wear safety glasses.
Since the Federal brace is such a strong brace, it's a heavy brace, it's hard to hold it with one person. Now, I could have DJ help, but it's easier just to take a clamp, set the brace in place. And this way you only have to line up the two top points like that, and then tighten the clamp. You take your pen or pencil, you mark here, you mark here, you mark here in the last hole. You take the brace off, you have your marks where it's going to be. These you do want to pre-drill because you're going to install these with 1/4 inch lag bolts. These can be purchased through Federal brace or can be purchased at your local hardware store. You've got 1.5 inches of thickness of wood right here, and the bracket's 1/4 inch thick. So 1.5 inch screw will not penetrate the back side of the cabinet. That's what you want to make sure. You want to make sure that you're into the product at least 1 inch, but you want to make sure that you're not penetrating the back side of the cabinet and making a mess in the back part of the cabinet.
Exactly.
You want the pilot hole just big enough for the screw to be able to get started in. You don't want to drill a hole so big that it doesn't give the screw a bite.
Got it.
All it is basically just to give you a place not to split the wood and to be able to easily start the screw. If you drill it too big, you got problems. There's other ways you can work it out if you drill it too big, but it's
what would you do? Slide it over? Or?
You could slide it over a small amount because the holes are not out to the edge. So you have about 1/4 inch of play. But what that's going to happen is if you do have to slide it over one way or the other, you're going to have to remember that on the other side and keep them the same distance away, so you don't have 1 2 inches on this side and 1.5 inches on the other side. I'm having to put an extension on the drill because the drill with the bracket in there, the drill wants to get too close to it, so you've got to be able to come away from the bracket some. Just for the final tightening, and instead of trying to tighten it with the drill, I went and got a ratchet, which is the same, just like a nut driver, the same head, and this way you can figure out how tight you're tightening it. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to over tighten it where it strips the piece out. So just good and snug is plenty.
Yeah, that's pretty.
There's no way.
That's pretty sturdy right there.
The cabinet's going to come over before that comes over.
That's stout.
All
that's
right.
Part of it now. www.federalbrace.com.
That's it.
Thank you.